Hey, well, good morning to you. Hey, I'm back for the truth. Hey, I want you to share. I want you to come on, share. I want to see your comments. I want to hear your comments. You don't have to agree with everything I say. Here's what I'm telling you. I'm committed to the truth. That which I don't know, I'll tell you. That which I do know, that I've laid eyes on. Listen, I'm going to tell you the truth. So check it out. Come on, let's go. We're talking about the truth today. We're talking about several different things we got to deal with. We got to deal with the water crisis. We got to give you updates on that. We got to deal with the Capitol police shooting. We got to give you updates on what's happening with that. And we also got to deal with this garbage contract. Hey, we're in Jackson, Mississippi. There's some things going on in Jackson, Mississippi. There's some things going on that I'm telling you, hey, we need to talk about. We need to pray about. We need to work out. And I'm telling you, it got to get worked out. We got to make it happen. We got to do it, all right? So it's real important. Hey, it is critically important. I'm getting ready. I hadn't told you about some things I want to share that's going on. Pictures of the car and the bullet holes in the car. Also some other things that are happening. So I want to share with you. I want you to at least know the truth. So, hey, about 1 minute from now, we're going to kick off and we're going to talk about some things. I want to lay it out to you so you'll know what's going on and we will be ready to do what we have to do as his people, as people that are fighting for what's best for the least of these brothers of mine. Hey, for me, that's what it's all about. What do we need to do to make sure that we be a voice for those who do not have a voice, all right? Hey, how you doing, Minerva Douglas? Stevens, Brave Styles, everybody, hey, how y'all doing? Tag some people not tagging what they do. Share it with some people on Facebook Live. Share it, post it, share it. Hey, we need this word to get out. We need people to know what we're doing, what we're going to do. Good morning, Annette Simpson. How you doing this morning? So let's make it happen. Hey, I got some truth to talk to you about. I need to let you know what's happening. And I'm telling you, it is something to behold. All right? So about 30 more seconds. We're going to be ready. Tag as many people as you can. Take your quick break from work if you're on break. If you're at work, take your break. Share it with some friends. Let some people know. I want to see your comments. Hey, I'm telling you, you don't have to agree with everything I say. All I'm telling you is I decided a long time ago, I'm going to tell you the truth. Let me give you a commercial. Hey, go to hashtag the truth. Go on and check that out. Hashtag the truth. Hashtag the truth. Type that in. Share with as many people as you can. Hey, as we get ready to go. So let me begin this morning with the Jackson water crisis. Here is one of the most dangerous things that happens in our community, in particularly in black and brown communities. And they know this, so they don't react to our emotions. They react when we only stay the course. Okay, so all right. Somebody said they can't hear me. They can't hear me. Let me see if that helps the situation. All right, let me know. Give me some thumbs up if you can hear me out there. Maybe having some technical difficulties. All right. Hey, Jennifer Myers, how you doing? Can you hear me, Jennifer? Give me some thumbs up. Give me something. Let me know you can hear me. All right, I got it. All right, so check it out, y'all. One of the biggest mistakes we make is we have something that happens in our community. It's a crisis. It's serious. We respond with passion and emotion. And guess what? Less than 14 days later, we dropped it. We're not talking about it anymore. We're not holding our elected officials. We're not holding our community. We're not holding one another. We got to hold the feet to the fire. What do I mean by that? It means until we display the ability to hold to what we're holding to and don't allow that to just go away without any solutions, without anything happening, then they're going to keep doing us the way they're doing us. They're going to keep, as long as we keep going back to the polls, voting people in that have demonstrated that they do not have a concern for our community, and we keep going back and voting them in, as long as we keep automatically voting Democrat, 90-some% of us vote Democrat, and we automatically do that, they don't make any concessions for us. They don't do anything for us. See, that's the kind of stuff people don't want to hear. They don't want to hear you talk about that kind of stuff, right? President Biden just agreed again to send money over to the Ukraine. We're sending money to the Ukraine. Jackson, Mississippi needs the money today. We need the money today. We need the money now. We need to overhaul and redo our whole system. We need the money. We don't want just 20 million. We need enough to get everything right. Hey, we got to hold people to the fire. So what's going on? Well, the water crisis, it is running, but you know what? Winter is coming. It's still a fragile system. There's a lot of work that has to be done. You cannot take your foot off the gas. We cannot take our feet off the gas. We must stay vigilant about the matter of the water. I do not believe, and again, this is where I tell you my honest opinion. I do not believe that the water is safe to drink. I do not believe that the water is safe to bathe in. That's just me. I don't believe that, right? However, according to those that run the test, hey, I don't think you ought to be soaking in the water for sure, all right? But I can't tell you what to do. You have to make the decision. But there's no way. I just don't believe it, right? Because it's not just about the water that's leaving the plant. It's about the water that's coming to your house, right? It's about the water the pipes that's in the street. It's about the stuff that's running through the street, and the water has to go through old, outdated pipes with rust and corrosion that have been there too long, that should have been replaced. And remember now, we have documented proof now that the current state leadership and some that are no longer in leadership, guess what? They were keeping Jackson from getting the water and the infrastructure help that it was supposed to get years ago, 10 years ago, before the current governor was governor. He was working, they were working together to make sure, remember? And I know a lot of people have a lot of belief and hope in the lieutenant governor. And guess what? I used to feel the same way until I found out that he's working with and working under the table with other people trying to knock us out. And he was working with them to keep things from happening. So I don't know about you, but I'm just telling you, I'm not that easy. You can't just give me a barbecue sandwich and I automatically believe that you're the person I need to vote for, right? I believe everybody's redeemable. However, they got to answer questions, okay? So what does that mean? I'm saying we got to work together. But you don't just get me and get my support, and I'm not going to tell you thank you for something that you're already supposed to be doing. They've been underfunding education. They've been not giving the city its due and making our city jump through hoops that no other city in the state has to do. But yet they have backdoor deals with the city council. Hey, in secret, remember, you heard that here. I'm just telling you. I ain't telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what happened, right? They've already admitted that took place. So here's my instruction. Here's what I say to you. Continue to stay vigilant about the water. Continue to make sure we provide for the least of these. But we're not satisfied with where things are, all right? And so we need everybody to be a part of our coming together. We're coming together on Monday with the Poor People's Campaign. We're partnering up. Look, it's not about who's throwing the party. It's about let's go to the party. Let's help the situation. We have another Moral Monday, a Moral Monday march this Monday. We need everybody to be there. Come on, y'all. We got to fight the good fight, okay? We got to fight the good fight. We cannot let the news forget about us. So just think about it. A few weeks ago, Jackson was in national news. Now it's not mentioned. Why is it not mentioned? Because there's been a hurricane in Florida, and a major hurricane, and we are responding. We got to be helping, right? However, we got a crisis at home that we cannot allow this to continue. So I need everybody that knows me and is watching this to please share this information with as many people. Share this with hashtag the truth, okay? 2, the second thing is the garbage collection. The garbage collection. Listen to me, y'all. I want to first of all thank Richard's Disposal for picking up garbage and for 6 months in a city, Toya Haynes, that wasn't even paying him. He has picked up garbage for 6 months in a city that has not paid him yet. And he has had to come to the decision that he can't pick it up any longer without getting paid. I think we need to be applauding him. Matter of fact, he's holding a press conference. We're going to be right there with him on Sunday with the garbage workers, and we're going to be right there with him. And that's where it all started for me. The garbage thing started with me with the garbage workers, and thank God for Calvin Cook and Danielle Holmes that brought and made it aware to me. So we're going to stand with those garbage workers, and we're going to demand that this city takes care of Mr. Richards. It's going to be down at City Hall, Teresa Middlebrook. We're going to get you more information. It's going to be Sunday evening. We got to stand with Mr. Richards. He's done a great job by all reports of anybody that I've talked to. And I'm sure you're going to find some haters that's going to say some stuff. He's doing great work. He deserves to be paid. And we're calling on our city council. I'm telling you, tell everybody, call a city councilman. See, the city councilman telling y'all to call about the water bills, and I think that you should. But they don't want to tell you to call about the garbage contract. Call about the water bill and the garbage contract. And isn't that correct that all that come on the same bill? Yep. So all that come on the same bill. Ask them where the money that you've been paying, where's the money that you've been paying, and why haven't they not paid the man the almost $5 million he owed? He's due. What's the problem? Now let me tell y'all something. Now I don't have anything like what Mr. Richards had. I just got a few hot shot trucks. Mr. Richards running some big trucks loaded with tons of garbage. Let me tell you the diesel that those trucks, them trucks probably get 5 miles a gallon. You know how high diesel is? So he been buying diesel, fixing anything breakdown, paying workers, all that stuff. And we as a city hadn't paid him. We should be outraged. All right? So they say legally they can't do. All they got to do is sign the contract. They just wanted one company to have a contract. That's the simple truth. Nobody want to talk about that, I know, but I just wanted to tell you. So let's get behind that. All right, let's get behind that together. Third thing, the Capital City Police situation. Well, I don't know whether you've seen it yet, but I posted because they would not tell us who the officers were, and no transparency. They still have not told the mother what took place. You got these wannabe people that are, of course, trying to destroy the young man's character and so forth. And I mean, the mother and the family did not come to the table trying to act like or say the young man. They didn't know what had happened. All they want to know was what happened. All I was asking for, Mr. Tyndale, Governor, we were just asking for the truth. Just tell us what happened. You don't care enough about people of color that you even tell us what happened. There's something wrong with that. So when nobody's saying that he was a choir boy, nobody said we didn't know what happened. However, my past don't dictate what you get to do to me. You don't get to shoot me because of my yesterday. If that's the case, all of us need to be shot, right? All of us need to be shot if that dictates that. Tell us what happened. And now because you've held it so long, nobody believes you. I believe you've been holding up because you don't want to tell the truth. And so that's the only thing we left to believe. People that don't know, that were coming in a system and say, tell us what's happening, please. But you wouldn't do that. So we now have the pictures. And there are shots through not just the front windshield, but through the side glass. That I'm not investigator nor expert. I sure hope that the people that are doing the investigation, the FBI, are not going to be biased, because see, FBI and Capitol Police are part of the same deal, right? They're part of the same group. So I mean, that's like two people living in the same house, and it's going to be a problem. But I'm going to investigate my wife to see, did she do this? But I'm the one that got to pay for it. So what? There's no way I'm going to find something wrong. I'm biased. There's no way the FBI, more than likely, you know what? I trust. I'm trying to trust you guys, but really we don't. But let me explain something to y'all. Until we get outraged, until we get to the point where we're not going to take it anymore, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. Some people say, well, why the mayor don't say that? Why the DA? Because they work in government, and if the community does not have any outrage about this matter, and our problem is we become so accustomed to it, it doesn't bother us anymore. So a lot of things don't bother us until they get to our house, right? Now, I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about us, all right? But listen to this. If we do not say something, if we do not get outraged about not just this shooting in the head through the window, already known he didn't pull up a gun. They have not told us why they stopped him. We do know who the officers, who they are, what their names are. We do know that according to Mississippi Code 45-1-6, that they are special contract agents, which equals to mercenaries that go to El Salvador to try to free somebody. They are not Capital City police officers. That particular unit, those folk are special contract agents, and obviously they play by their own rules. Now listen, here's how much they care about us. Mr. Tyndale said the special police unit in the capital city of Jackson will not change the way they pursue suspects. So what he's saying is, I'm going to keep running these Negroes through the street. If they run, we're going to chase them. We don't care if we hit your child. We don't care if we hit the school bus. We don't care if they find themselves wrapped around the pole. So you're going to jeopardize the life of 150,000 citizens because of 1% who do not obey the law. You sound like I can't say that. I'm a pastor. I'm a bishop. I'm a man of God. I can't say what you sound like, but that sounds really bad, sir. Mississippi Department of Public Safety Commissioner Sean Tyndale met with community leaders, and I don't think it went down quite the way the people that organized the meeting thought it was going to go down. They tell me those people in there, they wasn't playing, right? Mr. Tyndale said, anytime there's a loss of life, it's tragic. But we can't be deterred in trying to make the city safe and doing policing the way it's supposed to be done. So what you're saying that the Hinds County Police Department, JPD, all the fine officers, the real fine officers that we have, yeah, we understaffed. Maybe if y'all gave Jackson the money to pay officers the way y'all paying these capital city police officers, maybe we'll have more people on staff, right? However, you saying that all the officers in Jackson and Hinds County, they don't know how to do policing. So you hire some white vigilante officers from over here in Rankin County and over here in Madison County and you controlled and hired by the governor. And all of a sudden now, you know how to do policing in a black community. Man, y'all, I'm not going to lay down my religion, but I'm telling you, that's crazy, right? And guess what? Not only did Mr. Stokes get on TV and was okay with it, it's deeper than that. The only way these guys could have gotten hired was our Jackson delegation that's supposed to be representing Jackson. Some of them, not all of them, some of them, not all of them, they've been having backdoor deals about the water, not including the administration of the city. Not all of them. But two, it's worse than that. The only way this could have happened was that Jackson delegation, they went along with it. Now, here's the issue. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, another division of the Public Safety, they handling the investigation. Both of those are part of the Department of Public Safety. We can't trust that they're going to do right. So it's important that we look at the facts, we look at what's going on, and we make sure we stay the course. All right? So it's important. It's critical. I need your thoughts. I need your comments. I need you to tell me what you're thinking, because I'm telling you, he said the way we're going to police the area is not going to be the same as it's been in the past. Listen to me. I want y'all to go do your own research. Man, over 70% of the murders in Jackson, all murder is horrible. All murder is horrible. All of it is horrible. But over 70% of the murder in Jackson is domestic. I mean, meaning that I can't police. I don't care how many officers got. I'm not going to be at home with somebody. You got to understand something. Any murder should cause us outrage. Jesse, I'm outraged by every murder. However, I'm especially outraged when we have to be afraid of the people that's been hired with our tax dollars to serve and protect. So now we're afraid to stop. We're afraid. I'm talking about grown men talk to me. Grown men, my age, are afraid to stop. They're not doing anything wrong, but when they see blue lights, see, let me explain something. I don't like to call names, but they tell me there's some guy down in Florida or something been talking about me. I don't know him. He probably just some white guy that don't care nothing about black people. He just talking. I don't have time for that. But what you don't understand, when your experience with the police has been negative, when you see blue lights or you see an officer, you don't see somebody coming to serve and protect. You see somebody coming to take somebody to jail because you got flashbacks. Y'all want to know my biggest flashback? I got two of them I want to tell you about. So those of you don't know, I grew up in the Delta. I grew up in It'll be in Mississippi. All right? So let me show you something. As soon as this happened, I had a flashback. I remember I think I was about 6, 7, 8 years old when the chief of police in Itabena, a white chief, shot a man in the back and killed him. I think he died, right? I don't even think it made the newspaper. And as a 53-year-old man, all I could think about was, why would he shoot him in the back? He was found to be unarmed, right? But that was at a different time. That was in the late 70s, right? Another flashback. Jeffrey Wright III, right? Jeffrey Wright III, George Wright, I'm sorry. George Wright III and Bobby Williams were shot by white club owners of a place they used to work at, and they were shot late night, and they didn't even call the ambulance. They let them bleed to death. Two 16, 17-year-olds bled to death on the floor of that place because they didn't even call the police. See, all that kind of stuff. See, white folk, y'all can't understand that. You know why? You don't understand that. So it's easy for you to hide your face and block who you are on social media and say the stuff you say. And while at the same time you working next to the black folk. To me, you're the worst kind of racist. At least if you're gonna be one, be who you are. I mean, be who you are. I mean, yes, be who you are. You know? So understand this. A routine traffic stop. A routine traffic stop ends up with a car with 5 bullet holes in it. Right? A routine traffic stop. So it's critical. All right? So it's important. And here's the worst, I think the worst insult that Mr. Tyndale said, and the gentleman over Capitol Police, is he said this. This is what he said. Say, in a community meeting organized by Jackson City Councilman Kenneth Stokes, Tyndale vowed that bad actors in the Capitol Police will be held accountable. Okay? We hope so. He also said there is a criminal element in Jackson that is not used to being policed. What do you mean? What are you talking about? I think what he was saying is these black folk, we got to get them straight. Matter of fact, word on the street is, I don't know whether it's true, but that's what they came here to do. Get everything straight. Okay. And I'm telling you, this thing is serious, y'all. We do not want kids killing kids. We want proper police protection and service, just like we're supposed to have. For those that think that, that's ignorant to even think. We 99% of the city is law-abiding citizens. What they ought to be doing, the Capitol Police ought to think about trying to use your investigation for that. Why don't you go get some of them, pick some of them up, right? That's a whole nother story. So, listen, Jackson, we can't give up. We got to keep pressing. We got to get some moral outrage about this. Some moral outrage about the tactics that they're using. Moral outrage, okay? But not by killing people. Not by being hunting season. Y'all acting like it's hunting season. They said on TV, and that system say they're going to clean up Jackson. What I'm telling you is, the way you clean up Jackson is not by coming in here and beginning to gun down people. It's not by chasing somebody all through city streets until it ends up in their death or somebody else's death. It's not by these renegade cops. It can't be doing. Black folk, people that care, white folk, whoever. We must get some moral outrage about the matter. What do you mean, Pastor? I mean that I am an advocate of nonviolence, so I'm not saying anything about violence. I'm saying we got to be willing to fight, and we got to be willing to stand up. We got to be willing to take every necessary legal action it is to help change this situation. Because it was Jalen Lewis Sunday before last. Whose child will it be next? He said, Pastor, what are some solutions? Here's some things they could do. One, they could have some transparency about all the cases they've had that nobody knew that the young man was dead, right? I told you that already. They could make sure that they're hiring not just police officers from Rankin County, Madison County. Let's get some, you're serving an 80-some% black city. Why not get a police force that represents the city, right? And there are some great officers that would love to serve. But people of color, they know how to deal with people of color, right? Then give Jackson the money it needs. I promise you, we can hire quality police officers, but we underfunded. And y'all know why that is. I mean, I don't have to go through that. But here's another thing. Why would you appoint a white for this police department and then just put in a guy with no power? We don't want that. Why didn't you hire a black chief? Mr. Governor, why did you not appoint a black chief? Huh? I'm just asking. I mean, how many black people have you appointed to anything? I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm telling you that there are other qualified people. Legislators, why didn't you make the demand that you represent Jackson and you want to make sure that that this special force would look like Jackson instead of bringing some mercenaries in here that shoot first? And I'm convinced, y'all, somebody broke my window back there. And I'm not sure after I've been talking about all this. Maybe they did it to shut me up. I'm not sure. Maybe they're trying to scare me. I'm too crazy to be scared. I got God on my side. I'm speaking as a voice for the voiceless. I'm not calling anybody to do anything violent. I'm not telling anybody to not respect and honor police officers. I'm not doing that. But what I am saying is there has to be a voice that's speaking. It can't be this way, and we can't stay this way. We've got to keep doing what we need to do in order to make sure we are becoming who we become, and we're protecting our kids. So it's important that we do that. We got to do this, y'all. I know this is so far beyond. People say, Pastor Pickett, what are you doing? Man, this is what a leader does. But I know, they say I'm not a leader in the city. So, I mean, this is what a person that believes he's supposed to try to help is, here's what I believe. We've got to make sure that we stand up for what's right now. And a leader takes a situation and he stands up for what's right. To get reading them, tell me I'll be ready in a minute. And so it's important that you understand that. That's all we're trying to do. Okay? Last thing. I just want you to watch the media. I want you to watch situations. And there's one thing that outraged me. Here it is. They picked up Miss Tony Johnson. I don't know Tony Johnson. I don't even know whether I've ever met her. But they picked up Miss Tony Johnson at her house, put her in handcuffs, walked out, right? I didn't see not one of the people on the welfare scandal, not one of those people. I didn't see one of them in handcuffs. Not one. They are trying to revoke her bond. They're trying to revoke her bond. Listen now, just listen. I don't know her, but just listen. They're trying to revoke her bond. But Nancy knew and Zach knew when they got arrested, they got released on their own recognizance. See, people, they want to tell us it ain't black and white, but stuff like that make me think it's black and white. The auditor tried, she needed to pay back $26,000, $26,000. Sir, so that is, you know, whatever it was she was accused of, these folks, millions of dollars. But they get out on their own recognizance. They're allowed to travel. They've been doing whatever they want to do, how they want to do it. Not one time do we see one of them in handcuffs being walked out by the police. You know why? Because they got a chance to turn themselves in and bring themselves, they're lawyers and all that. But we don't give one another. And I'm not making that just a black and white issue because those are judges are both black and white. Something wrong with that. I mean, so it's important. We got to understand, as much as I want to believe that it's not a racial issue, all the signs point that way. And somebody told me a long time ago, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Until they show you something different, ride with what you got. What do I know? I'm just a black man living in Mississippi all my life, right? I don't know. How do I know? Don't let them trick you, y'all. We got to keep fighting. And first, we got to start at home. We got to deal with the stuff that we got to deal with at home. Let's keep hope alive and let's keep fighting. Meg Evans said, the greatest danger to black people's freedom, at that time, he said that it was middle-class black folk. What I'm telling you, the greatest danger to us ever having freedom and rights is those of us that have a voice keeping quiet. Those of us that can not. We got to say something. We got to do something, all right? So it's important that we make it happen. We can do it, all right? So it's important. We can make it happen. What's this?
That's the water generating unit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, hey, we're going to get it. We're going to make it happen. Share this with as many people as you can. I got to go. But, hey, God bless you. I'll be back. Hey, let's hope that they're going to pay Mr. Richard. If not, you're going to have garbage on the street. We're going to have garbage on the street in Jackson, Mississippi. Hey, God bless y'all. God keep you. Let's keep going. Keep hope alive. Keep pressing. Remember, #the truth. Peace.